Hello, everybody. This is Tucker Miller here again, and I want to say I am back to doing more movie reviews. I want to apologize that I haven't done any movie reviews for the past month, but now I'm back to doing more movie reviews. So, yeah, and I'm back to I'm going to continue reviewing on all the DreamWorks movies. So yeah, let's try to get this done by the end of the month. Let's try to review on all the DreamWorks movies by the end of the month. The rest of them, that is. So yeah. So anyways, like I said, for my next movie review, I'm gonna be reviewing on Home. Came out in 2015. So the plot of this movie is we got these aliens, which they're called boobs, boobs. So yeah, sorry I'm mispronouncing it, but if you've seen the movie, you probably know what I mean. So yeah, and we got this one boob named Ove, who was voiced by Jim Parson, and and all the boobs invaded the entire world. They captured all the humans and put them in this somewhere around the world, like a land, something like that. And they just replaced all the humans with themselves, and now they take over the entire world. So yeah, but however, there's only one human left in which is this girl named Tip, who was voiced by Rihanna. Rihanna. So yeah, and Owen Tip met in yeah yeah, and Tip has to find her mother, who was voiced by Jennifer Lopez, and so she decided to let Tip. She decided to let Ove help her, and yeah, and there's and Old Nate kind of made it like a mistake. He sent like an invitation to his party to everybody, and there's this villain called the Gore. So yeah, they had to stop him too. So yeah, so it's up to Owen Tip is up to Tip to find her mother, and it's up for Ove to stop the Gore, and that's basically what the plot is. Now, what do I have to say about Home? I think it's a really good DreamWorks movie. I actually enjoy Home. It's actually a really good movie. Sure, it may be aimed towards kids, but I think I enjoy Home, but yeah, definitely better than stuff like Boss Baby and Trolls. That's for sure. Even though this movie came out way before both of those. So yeah. Yeah, this is a really good animated film from 2015, but probably not as good as Inside Out. That's for sure. Inside Out is a way better animated movie from 2015, but I'm not saying Home is a bad movie. I found it pretty enjoyable. So yeah. But I think Inside Out is the better movie from that year, 2015. And yeah. I already reviewed on Inside Out. So yeah. Yeah, so anyways. Now, let's just talk about the characters. Ove? Ove is a hilarious character. I like Ove. And I definitely have to say, Jim Parson did a great job voicing him. And yeah. And Tip, she's a great character. And I have to say, Rihanna did a great job voicing her. And I like Rihanna. I think she's a great singer. And Tip's mother, she's a great character. And definitely have to say, Jennifer Lopez did a great job voicing her. And Jennifer Lopez was also in another DreamWorks film, which that's being the very first DreamWorks film from 1998, and that would be Ants. She voiced Aunt Stecca. So yep, in the 1998 DreamWorks film Ants, the very first DreamWorks movie. I already reviewed on Ants, so yep. Yep, and Captain Snack, he's an alright villain. But I will definitely have to say Steve Martin did a great job voicing him. So yeah, I think Captain Snack is one of the weak DreamWorks villains. I'm not saying he's bad. He's a bad villain, but he's an alright villain. He's weak. So yeah. Yeah, Captain Snack is kind of a weak villain. But I will have to say his actor, Steve Martin, did a great job voicing him. And yeah, I do like Steve Martin. He's a great actor. And Steve Martin was also in another DreamWorks film, which that's being DreamWorks' second film, also from 1998, The Prince of Egypt, which I already reviewed on that movie. So yeah. Yeah, I do like Steve Martin. He's a great actor. So yeah. And Gore, I'll say he's a great villain. Well, he stopped being the villain so yeah. Yeah, and Kyle, who is the officer, he's a great character too, so yeah. Are there any scenes I want to talk about? Oh, there's a funny scene. When O was dancing and he was like doing this. My hands in the air, I just do not care. That was funny. This movie has some funny moments. I mean, some of the jokes definitely won't hold up for adults, but yeah. This movie's kind of aimed towards kids, but I don't mind going back to it. I actually really enjoyed it. From what it is. Sure, Home may not be as good as films like Shrek, other DreamWorks films like Shrek, How to Train Your Dragon, The Wild Robot, and etc. Prince of Egypt, and yeah. Yeah, but I enjoy Home. It's a great movie. I mean, I want to say it's a great movie, but I enjoyed it. It's just a good movie. But not the greatest. But I do enjoy it. And I also saw, and believe it or not, I actually saw this movie in theaters. Yeah, this is the second DreamWorks film I saw in theaters. My first one being The Croods. Back in 2013. So yeah. And 2 years later, I saw Home in theaters. And I actually saw it in 3D. That's right, I saw Home in theaters in 3D. I think the day after it came out. I think. So yeah. I saw it with my brother and my mom. And I gotta say, we really enjoyed it. So yeah. Yeah, we really enjoyed Home when we first saw it in theaters in 3D. And yeah, and like I said, that's been the second DreamWorks film I saw in theaters. So yeah. And I do remember when McDonald's promoted it, had Home toys in their Happy Meals. I had a few of them. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Home, pretty good movie. But not one of DreamWorks' best, but not the worst either. I found it pretty enjoyable. So, yeah. But definitely not in my top 10 favorites though, so yeah. But I enjoyed it from what it is. So, yeah. I rewatched it last night, and I have to say, it's been like what? It's been 5 years since I've seen this movie. That's right. It's been 5 years since I last watched this movie. The last time I watched this movie 5 years ago. The last time I watched this movie was 5 years ago, and I just rewatched it last night, and it still holds up. The last time 5 years. I haven't watched this movie in 5 years. The last time I watched it until last night. The last time I watched it was when I was in middle school, during one of my last days of middle school, before I graduated. So, back in 2019. So, yeah. And then as of 2024, 5 years later, I revisit it, which that would be last night, and it still holds up. So yeah. But definitely not one of DreamWorks' best films. But it's not the worst. Probably the worst film from DreamWorks is Boss Baby, which I do not like that movie. And I'm planning to do a rant on it. So yeah. But anyways, that's all I can say about Home. So anyways, I'm gonna give Home an 8 out of 10. This film does have its flaws. Some of the jokes weren't that good. Some of the jokes weren't funny. Well, as for an adult, if you're a kid, you may find some of these jokes funny, but if you're an adult, you wouldn't laugh. But it is what it is. But yeah. But Home is not a bad movie. But anyways. That is it for my movie review on Home. And stay tuned for my next movie review, which will be on Kung Fu Panda 3. But until then, see you in the next video. Bye.